Are you evolving? Hey, everybody, what's going on? We're in a little bit of a different space here, and I wanted to talk a little bit about evolving, especially with YouTube. For those of you who are new here, I'm Katie Lance, and we've had our YouTube channel for a long time, like more than a decade. There has been an evolution, I feel like, not just with YouTube, but with content. I thought I would record a little bit to share how we are thinking about evolving and not resting on our laurels. Just to give you a little bit of perspective, I'm going into my 50th year. I'm turning the big 50 this year, which is kind of crazy. We've been in business almost 13 years, and content and social media and everything has changed. I think I got a little burned out with YouTube. So if you haven't noticed, I haven't been posting as consistently over here on YouTube because we wanted to kind of take a step back and reevaluate what we wanted to do, what we didn't want to do. The last thing I want to be is like a Blockbuster. I'm Gen X, so I remember fondly going to Blockbuster, picking out the movies. But we all know the story. Blockbuster didn't evolve, they didn't keep up. And so I want to make sure that we are always evolving and not resting on our laurels. So I thought we would do something different. We're in my backyard. And I just thought, I could come out here and share just a few thoughts of some of the things that we're doing, especially right now in 2025. Okay, let's get into it. And I'm going to share three things that we're doing right now. Okay, so the first big thing is taking time to learn and grow. I think this is sometimes just something that's a little challenging because we're really busy in the day-to-day of business, the day-to-day of life, the day-to-day of emails and what we got to do. We're so busy like working in the business, we don't always have time to work on the business. So something I've been trying to do is just take some time to learn, to educate myself, whether it's like digging into the latest update of ChatGPT or trying a new app that a lot of people have been talking about. I think one of the things I've always prided myself on is this idea of being someone who would check out some of the new things and then teach what is the most relevant, especially to realtors who are following me. So in order to do that, you have to make time to learn and dig in. And that's just something I would recommend as well. Like you can learn about all these different apps and tools, but until you are actually in there clicking and trying them out, like you don't know if it's going to work or how it's going to work for you. But you got to make time for it. I always say if it's not on the schedule, it's not going to happen. That's one big thing. The second thing that I've been really trying to work more on this year in our business is don't rely too much on AI, but also don't ignore it either. And I feel like this has been a big hot topic in our academy. I've talked to a lot of people about this. AI has evolved a lot. I joined ChatGPT back in November 2022 and it was the hot new thing and it's evolved and gotten better. And I feel like a lot of people have sort of swung one way or the other, right? And I know for me, we're seeing a lot of the same stuff over and over again with AI images, AI text. So my advice, one of the things I'm trying to do is use AI, but don't rely on it for everything. I'll just give a really quick example. We use it a lot for search engine optimization, especially for YouTube, for keywords, for descriptions, coming up with ideas. But where I think I've gotten with AI is I love that it gets you part of the way there instead of just looking at a blank page. So let me give you a quick example. We launched a new class recently all about how to create captions. And it's a really fun new class. I'll link it below so you can check it out. It's all about like writing and standing out in the sea of sameness with the written part of social media with your captions and what you see on screen. It's a class I hadn't taught before in a long time. So I went into ChatGPT, asked for some ideas. It came up with a bunch of ideas for slides. And I was like, oh, cool. This is awesome. As I was putting that presentation together, I was like, this isn't really what I want to talk about. And what I found was just doing the work of researching it a little bit in ChatGPT and then putting in my own 2 cents, it just helped me develop an idea even better. So my advice here is use it as an idea generator to brainstorm, but don't forget of doing the work to go in and be like, does that really sound like me? Is that what I really want to teach? Is that really how I want to come across? So that is a big thing that we've really leaned into. Okay. I would say the next big thing, number 3, is don't be afraid to try something new. Normally I'm inside, right? But I would say don't be afraid to try something new. Like I think sometimes if you've been in business a long time or if you've been creating content for a long time, you just get into this rut of what has always worked. So we've been really trying to play it up, especially if you're watching on YouTube. We're changing up our thumbnails. We've tried a lot of different things. We're trying some AI content. We're trying some stuff in Canva. We are re-uploading content, which might be a little controversial to say, but we're reposting stuff to see maybe when we repost it, let's try out different titles and descriptions. We're just trying to not necessarily reinvent the wheel because we've got a great business. We don't want to rest on our laurels, right? So it's all about evolving and it's all about not being afraid to try something new. I've been doing a lot more on TikTok. Who knows what the future of TikTok is, but trying to do a lot more of content like this. I still have notes right in front of me, but also just a little bit more off the cuff. So that's where we're at. I just would love to hear from you. Like, where are you at in terms of content creation or your business? What are your thoughts on evolving? I would love to have a conversation with you. So feel free to chime in the comments below. As always, you can find me on the gram or TikTok or any of the socials. And if you are new here, subscribe because we're going to have some new content that is coming out and we're changing things up. We're evolving. So we'd love to have you part of the ride as we evolve. All right, my friends. Bye for now.